AEW Revolution did come to LA last week. Before we get into this review, I was thinking about this while the show was going on because what a pay per view! I think it's gonna go down as one of all time great AEW pay per views.
Hmm.
Out of the main four, would you consider Revolution the most consistent? I think I would.
Yeah, as someone who went to almost every Double or Nothing and was in those crowds and have been to a bunch of, I've been to Revolution in Florida and Cali a couple times. Like I've been to some different Revolutions, and every single time there's like an extra added effort on the matches on something. I would agree with you. I think Revolution is probably the most consistent. You're gonna get some of the best matches you ever seen on show.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. Double or Nothing. I think
Double or
it's
Nothing
been
is sometimes, as
yeah.
somebody who's been to a lot of them, the crowds usually aren't the best, and some of the buildups we've seen coming into Revolution or coming into Double or Nothing haven't been that great.
Yeah, Double or Nothing is very hit or miss for me. I think the
Hmm.
only one that has the argument of being as consistent is probably All Out.
Yeah.
Um, I
Yes.
usually the All Out shows are pretty good. The only
Hmm.
one that's probably I wouldn't say my least favorite, but it's not as good as the one during the pandemic that's in Jacksonville.
Oh yeah,
That
but
one
that's
was all
just
right,
pandemic.
but that's partially the pandemic.
Hmm.
But it's really between All Out and Revolution, and I would
It
say that
is.
I would give Revolution the edge right now. The first one was here in Chicago. That was at Wintrust. That was the one Mox came in from outside. That's the one we beat Jericho for the championship. I believe that's the same show where we got the Bucks versus Hangman
Hmm.
and Kenny. That's on that same card.
A lot of people were saying for a couple years that was the best AEW match ever before like the last year or
Yeah,
two.
I mean, at the very least, Revolution is going to give us like one of those all-time great pay-per-view matches because I mean we've talked about how much we loved the Iron Man match. Then like 2023 was also solid. I'm trying to think what like my least favorite Revolution may be. Let's
I'm
think.
thinking of a bunch of dope moments because at the one where Swerve debuted, they had the Bryan and Mox match, and that's where Regal came down. Like there's
Yeah,
been a bunch of great moments. Chris Jericho had a great match against Eddie Kingston at one of these. Like I'm like, no,
yeah,
Revolution is kind of like the show.
yeah. The dog collar match, CM Punk and
Dog
JF. That's
collar,
that's Revolution as well.
yes.
Um,
Damn, I think that's when I made Punk cry. Right. I've had two good Revolution moments myself. I made Punk cry after that one, and then the next year was MJF. Oh, can I not even don't you don't even acknowledge MJF? And I'm like, boo! Like both of those were off of Revolution. Revolution is my favorite AEW show. You're right.
Yeah, I think just when I think about it, it's probably the most consistent in my opinion.
Hmm.
I mean, last year's Revolution was incredible in
Yeah,
Greensboro with the
Sting.
ending and Sting and just how good that show was all around. Yeah, it might be to me. Revolution might be the most consistent, man. That, like I said, the only thing that comes close is probably All Out. But
Yeah, it's been crazy to see the response, Phil, because I was there on Sunday, and like, I guess when you're in it, like it was amazing. I had a great time, but like, I came out of it, and a lot of people are like, "That's the best AEW show ever. That's the best AEW show ever." And I was like, "Yeah, it was awesome." I guess I was like still kind of feeling it, but then like going back and seeing how people receive the matches and watching some of the highlights again, I'm like, damn, I really was at something special.
yeah, I've been saying for years up to this point. To me, All Out 2021 is the best AEW pay per view of all time. This
Mhm.
one might have topped it, like just from top to bottom, just how good the matches were.
Yeah.